The Infinity War series has been a gold mine for cool sci-fi figures, like these two amazing Blackjack exosuits. I love the bulky and aggressive look and no tiny arms design. I guess articulation is not among their strengths, but will this matter? Let's find out. Both models are essentially the same base design, with major differences being the weapons and of course the color. Nothing special in the packaging, and once we extract the sniper guy from its plastic shell prison, there is very little more to do, since it is mostly assembled. We only need to fix this shoulder-mounted gun, which has an amazing gunmetal paint job, with some additional small details like the yellow strips on the top and this bright metal red round thing. I love the drill barrel, and the entire mechanism works perfectly, with that nice small piston providing a small but cool detail. It can be positioned on the shoulder in a firing or resting position, reminding me of the XAML mobile suit from Gundam 0083 series. I always loved that model, so this sniper type gains 3 points. And I must say that the overall look is great. The paint job is nicely made, with ample use of highlights for the armor plates and gunmetal dry brushing all around for the mechanical parts and the weapons. It makes me sad that JOYTOY silently gave up on this line, because of the many cool design it has delivered in the past. But moving forward, it is also armed for a melee combat through this knife. That can be held in a hand or put to rest inside this holster. No idea how convenient is that position, but this is sci-fi, so as long as it looks cool, it works for me. As you may expect from the bulky design and the many cables here and there, the model is trading posing options for the coolness of the design. Same for the boxy and stabby machine gun. It is super cool, but it also restricts movements quite a bit for that arm. For sure, you don't expect this kind of heavy exosuits to be the agile component in your assault team, do you? The mecha design is adorable, with so many mechanical details blending together in a non-BS exoskeleton that is designed for combat, without forgetting the practicalities like the backpack and the bags for all necessities of military operations. Even the small soldier-like helmet adds to this general style. The paint job is among the best I have seen for this kind of figures, so trading ninja-style posing options for such a cool design really works for me. The green unit shares the general traits in terms of coolness and articulations, with the obvious differences of colors and weapons. Both Blackjacks have fixed hands options, from holding to trigger. The elbow articulations are limited by the sculpt, but still it is possible to reach reasonable angles. And moving to the legs, there are the feet that can also move up and down a tiny bit, enough for standing on not completely flat surfaces, which is good for this design. Knee joints instead are quite robust, and despite the bulky armor sculpt, you can still achieve reasonable ranges of movement. Moving to the shoulder joints, whenever you don't have to deal with big cables of ammo belts, you can also get good angles of movement, even if lateral raises are quite limited by the figure design. The head can also turn left and right, up and down, but always within those reasons limited by the armor design, which does not help on this front. So, if essentially are the same design, our machine gunner has a mega huge machine gun with a bipod. Lovely cartridges painted in gold, but even for this model, the paint job is top quality in general. The many details in the armor sculpts are really popping up thanks to the dry brushing and highlights all around, and also the cool and well-defined decals used in strategic places. The only defects I could spot are some minor assembly issues, nothing that some more glue could not solve, but besides this, both models are flawless regarding to the construction. The machine gunner type also trades the coolness factor for the articulation, so the main weapon can essentially be wielded only with the right arm. This time, the backpack is replaced by a full metal encasement that is probably storing thousands of rounds, feeding the heavy machine gun through that super long ammo belt. The good old Ratnik will help us in the comparison. In Infinity setting, they all belong to the same Ariadna faction, so they can do some good teamwork for this comparison. There are some similarities in the design for sure, but both painting quality and overall engineering are much more improved in the most recent releases. The Blackjacks are bigger and sturdier than the Ratnik, with some noticeable difference in weight when you hold them in your hands. Overall, the designs are quite compatible to each other, and when you bring in some more infantry figures like the Marauders, then you can see the difference in size and also understand the different role on the battlefield. For sure, the Blackjacks are the heavy close support required by normal infantry against strong enemy positions, and they perform their duty very diligently on the shelves. So, in the end, I'm pretty happy about these Blackjacks. They fit perfectly in any sci-fi setting where you need big and bad exoskeletons moving around on the battlefield with presence and coolness. They remind me of the Panzerklein designs from the good old Silent Storm game, but this is a feeling I have with many of these exosuit designs. Yes, they trade the articulations for the cool factor, but this is not a big deal in my opinion. They are of good construction with very minor defects and good enough posing options. So if you're looking for some heavy firepower for your 118 soldiers, these are strongly recommended choices. Having said that, I wish you a nice rest of the day deploying your strike team on your shelves.